Hey guys, so today I thought I would share with you some of my tips on how to study for exams, tests, pop quizzes, any of those kinds of things. Here goes. I can't stress enough the fact that you need to read over the material that you have been given. I know I've done that a lot of times going, I don't really need to like that, it probably won't be on the test. And more often than not, it was, and I lost a lot of marks due to the fact of not reading the stuff that was given to me. So I suggest don't doing that. If you are studying a language, the easiest way that I find is if they're like questions or something, you've got to remember what the answers are in that certain language. I always write the questions on one side of a cue card and then flip it over, put the answers on the other side, and then like read the question off and then try to think what the answer would be. And if I can't think of what the answer is, I look on the other side, try to memorize it, then go back and ask myself the question again. For some other people I know, it's easier if you record your own voice, just speaking in like the language that you're learning, and then just putting your earphones in and just playing it over and over again, because repetition helps in the cases for some people. So that might work for you. Okay, for some people, writing down their notes helps a whole lot because it's a lot easier than just rereading over it and over again, because sometimes that doesn't stick all the information into your head, so then you can't remember everything that you get down. Because our senses can be tied in with our memories, one of the tricks I used is when I'm studying for a certain subject, I would eat like a certain flavour of gum, and then just before the SAC or exam, test, whatever, I would eat that same flavoured gum again, and then it seemed like all the stuff that I'd tied, like memories that I've tied to that certain taste, all just came flashing back, which 80% of the time I'd say it would help. One big thing is that you have to make sure you take breaks. I know every time I study, I always study for half an hour, then take a 10-minute break, and then start studying again. Because if you do it for too long, you'll just get tired, and then you won't be able to focus at all, because I know I've done that too many times. And there's nothing, you got to be realistic with what you want to study, because you can't try and study for a whole month's worth of material in a small studying session, because you just won't be able to remember it all, because you might memorize the last couple of things that you study, but then the most important stuff might be from a couple of weeks back from what you've actually been studying in the most recent part. So then you won't remember that, but you'll remember the most recent stuff, and then it works against you. So you've just got to try and be realistic with what you're trying to memorize. A big one is put away your phone or any mobile devices and your laptop while you're studying, because it is so easy to get distracted. I know I get distracted so much because I'm just like, a message might pop on my phone and then it vibrates, and then I'll check my phone, and then I might go do something else, find something interesting on my phone, and then I will most often forget about studying. And then when I'm coming back a couple of hours later, I'm like, oh shit, I was supposed to be studying this day. And yeah, it never ended well for me when I always had my phone stuff there to distract me. So the best way is just to put it away. One thing, if you're tired, don't force yourself to stay up late and study, because you get tired and you won't remember everything, and you follow the test next day, you'll just be tired and you won't be able to remember it because you were tired, and you won't be able to think properly, and all the things that go along with being tired. There's nothing. You should partner up with someone, maybe a friend that knows the subject better than you, or because then you can help them with a subject that they don't know, so then you can just both teach each other. And always the easiest way to learn stuff is by teaching someone else. When you teach someone, you learn most of the things that you're actually talking about, rather than just rereading it or rewriting it and or just watching it. So the best way is to teach someone the topic that you're trying to learn, or a topic that you know, so then you will know it better, and then you get someone else to teach you the stuff that you don't know. Okay, another one is to create a study timetable. I know this just sounds quite silly, because most often than not, a lot of people just study when they have free time. I know I do that a lot, but the best way is to just allot a certain amount of time per day to study, and you always prioritize which subject is the most important, then study that first, then just go down the number of classes that are less important, and then just keep on studying. What you need to do is to study frequently, like maybe once a day for, I don't know, an hour here and there, rather than studying, cramming it everything in the last like night before the exam or test, because as I said earlier in the video, you won't remember most of the stuff that you try to study. You only remember the things that are freshest in your mind. And okay, one of the most important things is to try and not get stressed about it, because once you get stressed, that is like when you start to forget everything. It has happened to me so many times when I'm just trying to remember something. I stress myself out and then my mind just goes blank, and I'm just sitting there going, oh shit, what am I going to do? I cannot remember anything. So then I go into like a little bit of a panic mode and go, okay, I'm just going to have to sit here and hope for the best, and anything that pops into my head, I think I'll just write that down. That's all of my tips for like studying for your exams, SACs and tests. And if you like this video, just give me a big thumbs up and subscribe to catch more of my videos. I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.